Today in the Soap Thing project, it's time for a shave with Stirling Mountain Man. This is an unusual label from Stirling, considering most of their labels are fairly generic. This one is anything but that. It appears to be a lumberjack trying to shave his face with a Bowie knife. Okay, I'm not going to say no to it, especially on a Stirling soap. This is a scent dupe of Creed Silver Mountain Water. We'll talk about exactly what that scent is during the shave, but it's a wonderful, wonderful scent. This is a dupe of a Creed scent. The same Creed company that makes Aventus also makes Silver Mountain Water, which is what this is. Stirling makes a tallow soap base, beef tallow by the looks of it. It is 5.8 ounces, I'm pretty sure. It no longer says on the label anywhere, which is weird. But yeah, here it is right here on the front. 5.8 ounces for about, according to the iPhone cheat sheet, $14.96. So good stuff from Stirling. That's going to be the shaving soap for today. And I have the matching aftershave splash, Stirling Mountain Man. This has menthol, but it's not the glacial one. I wanted a soap that was a little bit lighter weight on the menthol, so there you go. For the razor, I'm going to use the Yates Titanium Winning Razor. This is a recent pickup and a recent addition to the Soap Thing Shave Den. It is similar in some ways to the Yates America razor, but it's also pretty substantially different in some other ways. I have a comparison video forthcoming on this, but in the meantime, I want to put it through its paces and use it quite abundantly because, in my opinion, too many YouTubers and wet shaving content creators will just use something once or twice and then make a decision. That's not what I am. The blade I'm going to use, I'm going to try a sharp high chromium for this particular shave. That's the blade that's currently in the razor, a fresh blade. We'll see how that goes. And then the brush is going to be from Shore Shave. This is a sterling colored brush, 22mm Maggard synthetic. So yeah, I have a couple of these from Shore Shave, these sterling colored brushes. Bill Reed over at Shore Shave does the sterling green very, very well. Okay, let's do a shave. Right then, 2 days of growth on the face today. And here we have the Stirling Mountain Man, lathered into the Hendrix Classics & Company stainless steel bowl. Sim strength on this one is, I'm going to say it's a 3 out of 5. Initially I wanted to say it was 4 out of 5, but I think it has a bold scent character, which can be sometimes confused for scent strength. So I don't think it quite rises to the level of a 4 out of 5, but it's still perfectly fine. Okay, here we go. Gotta love Stirling for their ease of use. It's definitely really easy to make a lather and work it onto your face with a Stirling shaving soap. Okay. Have a sharp high chromium blade in the Yates Titanium Winning Razor. Let's give this one a try. See how this blade does on my face. See how it does. My God. I can film the beginning and the end of the shave multiple times, but the shave itself, whatever slips out is what slips out. Ooh. That actually happens more often than you might think. Obviously, I can only film the actual shave once, but the beginning of the video, and sometimes even the end of it, like if you see a break in between the end of the shave and like the aftershave or something like that, if there's like a distinct transition, it's probably because it got filmed multiple times. Because I can handle a little bit of mumbling, a little bit of slurring my words, but if it's just a slur fest where I'm just like, then it's something that I'm generally going to just film multiple times if I have that ability. A little inside knowledge about the Soap Thing project. That's especially true with the beginning of the videos. Like, I can't remember which one it was. There was a video, I want to say a couple weeks ago, where I swear to God, I had to film the beginning of the video 7 or 8 times because I would get halfway through it and there would be a loud noise that would interrupt it and kind of throw me off my groove, or I would just be coughing or sneezing or just for some reason not be able to get the words out. And so I've just resigned myself to the fact that most of the time when I record a video, I kind of have to just hit the record button and then just I have this like warm up. Sometimes I'll even sit there and just like talk to myself while I'm doing like off-camera preparation, because I found that the more I talk, the less I kind of have those mumbling or misspoken words, those outtakes. Okay. Holy crap, good stuff from Stirling. Wow. Good stuff, easy to use. Okay. Let's talk about the scent of this. Again, this is a scent dupe of a very expensive fragrance from the House of Creed called Silver Mountain Water. This is bergamot, orange, green tea, black currant, galbanum, musk, sandalwood, and petitgrain, according to Stirling. It's interesting to note that Silver Mountain Water was released by Creed in the mid-90s. And apparently, depending on who you believe, this scent was originally intended, it was made to be used as the Issey Miyake scent L'eau de Say Pour Homme. From what I understand in the fragrance industry, I could be wrong, but a fragrance house will decide they want a new scent, and they will kind of have a vague idea of what they want it to smell like, and then different perfumers will like bid for the actual scent. And so when this supposedly did not get selected for L'eau de Say Pour Homme, it got picked up by Creed. Is sort of the lesser known history about it. It's one of my all-time favorite professional fragrances. It's a niche fragrance. I wouldn't call it a designer fragrance. But it just has a unique scent that you don't really smell really anywhere else. Because here's how it smells. It is very citrusy and green tea heavy, And the black currant gives it this like almost like an inky smell. It's really interesting. It's really brisk and crisp and fresh. But it's got enough density to it that, like I said earlier, did I say that earlier? Again, I've done like 3 or 4 takes of the intro of the video. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier or not, but basically this scent is pretty multi-seasonal. This works very well in the summertime because it's so citrusy and fresh and brisk with that green tea sort of vibe. And the black currant gives it this like inky sort of metallic tinge to it that's also quite fresh when you actually sit there and think about it. But then it's got this, you know, galbanum, musky, sandalwoody vibe to it on the back end that I think gives the scent enough density that it really does work in the winter months as well. And so this would not smell out of place if it was just a really cold, frigid day and you just happen to be wearing this. You can pull this off no problem at all. And in the summertime, it's so damn fresh that, of course, it's going to work. But it's a really interesting blend of notes. It's not remarkably complex. It smells citrusy and fresh with this, like, green tea vibe. And then the black currant, like I said, it gives it this really somewhat strange sort of inky metallic vibe. Gosh, this razor is not shaving remarkably close with the sharp high chromium blade. And because it's not shaving remarkably close, that's forcing me into a position where I have to, I feel like I have to blade buff more and go over the same places more. And just due to the nature of the cap and guard geometry, it's kind of aggressive. So this razor, if you're not careful, it will draw blood because the way the blade is presented to you is not remarkably forgiving. It's really not that forgiving at all. So if you got bumps, it will chop them off. And I think some of that also has to do with the fact that while it feels like there's a lot of blade chatter in this razor, there actually isn't. It sounds like there's a lot of blade chatter, but really that blade is in there. Like, it is in there very tight, and it's not moving. So, and I think I had similar problems with the old Wet Shaving Club winning razor. I think the approach angle just doesn't really work for me unless I make serious adjustments to how I shave, and even then I have to be picky about what blades I put in there because that can go sideways. So this one is a giant, I don't know, it's a giant question mark at the moment. I can't decide how I feel about it because I've had issues with Yates razors before where I felt like they weren't giving me good shaves, and then like I circled back to them later, like the Yates America razor. That's one of my favorites. I get a good shave with that thing almost every time. And it used to be that I kind of hated Yates razors because they didn't agree with my shaving habits. So every once in a while you circle back to something and suddenly it just works better than it did before. I guess we'll see. Oh, wow. Ooh, there's a burn. Oh, it smells great. So this is menthol heavy. It smells mostly like menthol, but then this one oddly lacks a black currant note. It is very understated in the aftershave, but much more prominent in the soap. So I guess that's the difference between the soap and the aftershave, yeah, I got a few nicks over here, a couple down there. I got some razor burn. So this is not something that currently agrees with the shaving habits that I choose to use. I need to try some more blades in it though, because there were a couple blades I tried off camera, including the Gillette Silver Blue, that really seemed like they were doing the trick. Like I could shave with it and not have to worry that much. But I do think this is very blade specific, at least for me, because some shaves I've just been hacking my face apart, and this is shaping up to be one of those things. Okay, my final thoughts on Stirling Mountain Man. Obviously, I got to give this thing a thumbs up. It's a really unique and interesting scent. If you've never smelled this before, you got to give it a try. It's definitely different than a lot of other tea-forward scents that you're probably used to experiencing. It really does smell like you are climbing up a snow-capped alpine mountain. It really is a kind of photorealistic type of scent, at least to my nose it smells that way. It's a wonderful scent, and I really love using it. So this is going to be in my shave den for a lot longer than some others, I'll tell you that much. Okay, questions, comments, put them in the comment section of the video. Otherwise, until next time, this is Soap Thing telling you, shave like you mean it. Thanks for watching.